what's wrong with calling it boys and girls? I mean, I just don't understand why they would want to bow to political correctness.
Why do you think it's political correctness? What do you mean by that phrase?
We hear that all the time now.
I know, but no one can ever tell me what it means. What do you think it means?
What, political correctness?
Yeah.
It means trying to say something that doesn't offend anybody at all.
But loads of people are offended by this.
They are, that's right. But
so it doesn't mean that, does it?
Well, it means that, but you will always offend somebody. There's always going to be someone who, sadly, just doesn't agree with the rest.
So it's bad to try to not be offensive?
No, you should try not to be offensive.
But that's political correctness.
You can't please all of the people all of the time.
No, I know that, but your definition of political correctness was trying not to offend people. So that's either a good thing or a bad thing. You mean trying too hard not to be offensive?
Trying too hard.
How hard should we try?
As hard as is reasonable, and as long as you... I mean,
who decides what's reasonable?
All right, very good, but that's playing with words. I guess as an owner...
Hang on, mate. Political correctness, they're words that you were playing with, and I'm just trying to work out what you mean by them.
Fair comment. I think
it's not a comment, it's a question. What do you mean? That we shouldn't try so hard to be inoffensive? We should try harder to be offensive, is the logical conclusion of what you've told me. All these people going around trying to minimise insult and offence. God, how damn them. They're ridiculous. We should be a lot more insulting and offensive.
To go back to your question of who decides, I guess the people who own the business do decide, and if John Lewis wants to do that, that's fine.
But why would you use that phrase? Because this is the phrase that pops up in all of the kind of apparently quite thoughtless responses on social media and in comment sections. Why is it political correctness? Why do you care?
I guess I don't really care. I only care how it would affect me and my business if I had to do it, if I was forced to do it.
Well, who's going to force you to do it? Ah, okay. Yeah, so you have there's this idea that on the horizon it could become illegal to say that that's for girls and that's for boys.
Yes.
Okay, and just, I mean, to indulge that slightly unlikely fantasy for a moment, what's the worst that could happen if that did occur?
You get guidance from the government that you can't use those words. The worst.
But what's the worst? In the context of your life and business, people are still going to need uniforms. They're still going to need exactly the same amount for exactly the same number of people. It's just the words, and bearing in mind you're the one that just said playing with words was a bad thing. So it's just the words that would change. What's the worst thing that could happen in your life if you were told that you just have to sell blazers and uniforms for children? And even if you wanted to get physiological about it, you could say that these are blazers for young people with boobs, and these are blazers for young people that haven't got boobs.
And that really is about the worst that could happen, is that we would go to girls fit and boys fit. So it's not the end of the world, but it's not even
an issue, is it, Paul? Really, when you stop to think about it, when you set aside words like political correctness and engage your brain instead of a sort of echo chamber for ludicrous right-wing vocabulary, it doesn't matter a jot.
Then why do it in the first place?
Because it matters to the people that it will benefit, the ones that you think we should be trying harder to offend, or less hard not to offend.
But who does that offend?
Children, who don't want to be told that there's something wrong with the clothes that they naturally are drawn to.
You're not being told there's anything wrong with it.
You are. That's a boys' class for boys, not for girls. That's for boys. You're a girl. You can't wear that. You're a girl. That's for boys.
Doesn't mean you can't wear it.
No, but you're making an unnecessary problem.
I would say you're making an unnecessary problem doing it the other way.
Okay, so who does that offend? You go into a shop and it says boys and girls or girls and boys. Who's got a problem with that?
Nobody has a problem with that.
You just said they did, mate.
No, I don't think anybody has a real problem with the boys section and the girls section. There's a very small minority that feel that we shouldn't genderise anything at all.
You didn't frankly have the balls to put country before party.